Richard Southern joins us again. Richard, it's a show we've all watched at one point or another, but there was something very different about last night's episode of Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, for the first time in the show's 37-year history, Tina, Vanna White wasn't turning over the letters. She was hosting the show.
Wow.
They put her in.
That's interesting.
Yeah, longtime host Pat Sajak, he had to have an emergency operation for a blocked intestine, and the producers, since they were already filming the show, said, Vanna, take the wheel. Here's how it went.
That wheel is heavy. Oh, no. My first spin. Look at that. Oh, whoa, no, I'm looking at the wrong arrow. How do you do this show?
There were a few bumps along the road. Hey, this broadcasting thing, it's harder than it looks, as we know, Tina.
Yes, we do. We know.
The 62-year-old Vanna White says she was nervous. You know, she's an entertainment icon, but she's been largely silent. They only do a little chit-chat at the end of the show. Pat Sajak, he's going to be okay, but Vanna's going to host the show for the next 3 weeks. Tina.
Pretty cool opportunity for her.
Pretty cool. I'd like to buy a vowel, please.
Yes. Now, as 2019 draws to a close, we're getting a look at what Canadians have been tweeting about over the past year.
I love this. So Twitter out with all its analytics, and I'm going to show you the most liked tweet in Canada, and I had to look it up. I died a bit inside.
What is this?
It's PewDiePie getting married. Do you know who this is?
I actually don't.
A Swedish YouTuber and comedian. Most liked tweet. Who knew?
Okay.
Next, the most mentioned Canadian athlete on Twitter was, no surprise here, Bianca Andreescu.
Okay.
More people tweeting about Bianca after, of course, she won the U.S. Open and did all those wonderful Rogers Open she won too. R.J. Barrett, Mitch Marner, Brad Marchand, John Tavares, rounding out the top 5 most mentioned athletes. Next, the most mentioned Canadian musician. Any guesses?
Shawn Mendes.
Oh, yes, there he is, selling out Rogers Center over the summer. Your favorite, right?
No, I saw this earlier, so I knew.
Justin
Full
Bieber,
disclosure.
Justin Bieber, Drake, rounding out that list. Most retweeted CityNews tweet. I had to ask Twitter about us. This was the top retweeted CityNews tweet, the Raptors parade.
Oh, that's cool, because that was a great shot of the city.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
We always have the best shots on City.
Yes, of course.
And then I asked Twitter, what was my most retweeted tweet? And it turns out it was a story I broke about the Ford government OHIP changes a couple of months ago, garnering 481 retweets. Not too shabby.
That's pretty
Tina?
impressive, Richard.
If only I got paid by the retweet, I'd be making nice change here.
Yeah, if only we all did. Maybe one day we'll get there.
Maybe one day.
And Merriam-Webster's has unveiled its word of the year. What is it, Richard?
Word of the year, according to the dictionary company, is they, which beat out the word the. Now, Merriam-Webster says they was looked up 313 more times this year than last as the public investigated the word's shifting changes. See, the definition of they has been added as a pronoun to define someone. You know, in September, British singer-songwriter Sam Smith, he came out as non-binary, and he asked to be referred to as they. And, of course, English language, it lacks a gender-neutral pronoun, and so they has kind of taken over that particular role. Other most looked up words, quid pro quo, which is in relation to the Donald Trump situation, as well as impeach and egregious. So those are your top words of the year.
Very interesting. Thank you for sharing that, Richard.
Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you.